What is the final destiny of a human soul? According to the Urantia Book, the destiny of ascending mortals does not end with survival after death. It does not end on the mansion worlds. It does not even end with reaching paradise. The book presents a far greater destiny, the Corps of Finality. In simple terms, the Corps of Finality is the gathered body of perfected ascending mortals, souls who began on evolutionary worlds like Urantia, passed through the morontia worlds, ascended through the super universes, crossed Havona, found God on paradise, and were then mustered into eternal service. Paper 31 says plainly that the core of mortal finaliters represents the present known destination of ascending adjuster-fused mortals of time. This means that for mortals like us, the paradise goal is not merely to arrive and rest forever. Paradise is a beginning of a higher form of service.
The journey begins on the evolutionary worlds of space. Mortal beings are born as material creatures. They struggle, choose, grow, fail, learn, and slowly begin to respond to the indwelling spirit of the Universal Father, the Thought Adjuster. If such a mortal survives death and eventually becomes fused with the adjuster, that person becomes what the book calls an adjuster-fused mortal. And only these father-fused mortals are mustered into the mortal Corps of Finality. This is important. The Corps of Finality is not just a general heavenly society. It is specifically connected to those mortals who have achieved fusion with the Father's indwelling spirit.
After the mansion worlds, after the morontia training, after the long ascent through the universe levels, the mortal pilgrim eventually reaches Havona, the central universe. There, graduate guides help prepare the ascending pilgrim for admission to paradise and the Corps of Finality. So the Corps of Finality is not a sudden appointment. It is the result of a long, carefully guided universe education. When the ascending mortal finally reaches paradise, the meaning of that arrival is profound. Paper 30 says that residence on paradise means that the soul has found God and is to be mustered into the mortal Corps of Finality. There, the finalator oath is taken. The finalator oath is described as an oath of sweeping implications and eternal import. It is taken individually, even though finaliters are organized in companies. A finaliter, then, is not merely a saved soul. A finaliter is a perfected mortal who has found God, attained paradise, and pledged eternal service to the Paradise Trinity. The book says the finaliters are self-governing. They choose their own leaders. No outside influence can control their policies. Their oath of allegiance is only to the Paradise Trinity.
They are described as a separate order of evolutionary creation, absolutely loyal and forever secure against evil and sin. This is one of the most majestic ideas in the Urantia revelation. Beings who began as animal-origin children of time can become perfected, trusted, self-governing universe servants. The Corps is organized in companies of 1,000. A standard finaliter company includes 997 ascendant creatures, 1 Havona native, and 1 gravity messenger. The main body of the Corps is made up of glorified mortals. Paper 31 says that ascendant adjuster-fused mortals compose the bulk of the primary Corps of Finality. But they are not alone. Some faithful guardian seraphim who have served mortal beings through the Ascendant Career may also become father-fused and join their human associates in taking the finaliter oath. This means that some angels who loyally accompanied mortals can eventually share the destiny of those mortals. There are also Havona natives, perfect beings from the central universe, who volunteer to be attached to finaliter companies. Their role is beautiful. Mortals bring the experience of struggle, growth, imperfection, and triumph. Havona natives bring the viewpoint of beings born in perfection. Together, the perfected and the perfect are united in one service body. The Corps also includes gravity messengers. These beings serve as the personal messenger corps of the finaliters, and they can transcend time and space in ways mortal finaliters cannot.
Other rare members may include glorified material sons and glorified midway creatures. Material sons, under certain conditions, may enter the ascendant path and proceed to paradise and the Corps of Finality destiny. So the Corps of Finality is not only human, but it is primarily centered on the mortal ascension experience. It gathers around the perfected mortal soul. But what do finaliters actually do? The book does not reveal everything. In fact, it repeatedly tells us that the ultimate destiny of finaliters is not fully known. At present, finaliters reside on paradise and temporarily serve in the Corps of Light and Life. Their long training appears to prepare them for greater tests of trust and more sublime responsibilities. They have also been sent back in large numbers to participate in the conduct of local universes and to assist in the administration of super-universe affairs. This means finaliters are already involved in universe service. They are not passive citizens of paradise. They are trained administrators, servants, helpers, and future leaders in the cosmic plan. Paper 31 says that glorified mortals of the Paradise Corps of Finality possess experiential knowledge of every step of intelligent existence, from the lowest material worlds to the spiritual heights of paradise. They have been trained in the principles of just, efficient, merciful, and patient administration. This is their great qualification. They know the whole path because they lived it. They know weakness because they began in weakness. They know confusion because they passed through confusion. They know faith because they had to choose it before they could see. They know mercy because they needed mercy. And after ages of ascent, they become beings who can minister wisely to other evolving creatures. But even after all this, the book says they are not finished. The mortal finaliters have attained the present limit of spirit progression, but not finality of ultimate spirit status. They have achieved the present limit of creature perfection, but not finality of creature service. They have experienced the fullness of deity worship, but not finality of experiential deity attainment. This is a powerful point. Even the finaliters are still growing. Paradise is not the end of adventure. Perfection is not the end of service. Finding God is not the end of destiny. The Urantia Book suggests that there remains one more step in the career of the mortal Corps of Finality. The authors say they do not know the nature of that step. This leads to the mystery of the outer space universes. Paper 31 speaks of vast outer creations beyond the present inhabited grand universe. These outer creations are described as physical, apparently uninhabited, and awaiting future organization. After reaching paradise, finaliters do not simply remain there in passive perfection. Paper 27 shows that paradise itself includes a final preparation for eternal service. The ascending pilgrims pass through the ministry of the primary supernaphim, ending with the conductors of worship, who help them attain the fullness of worship. Only after this supreme satisfaction of worship are they qualified for admission into the Corps of Finality, where the 7th Jubilee marks entrance into the mortal Finaliter Corps and the beginning of eternity service. Then, according to Paper 31, during the present universe age, finaliters return to serve in the universes of time. They are assigned successively to the different super-universes, but not to their native super-universe until they have first served in all the other 6, so that they may gain the 7-fold concept of the Supreme Being. In this way, the finaliter life includes paradise worship, universe service, super-universe training, and preparation for the unrevealed adventures of the future universe ages. The book suggests that the 7 Corps of Finality may be part of a great mobilization for future service in these outer space universes. This means the finaliters may be destined for a future cosmic mission beyond the present universe age. Why would perfected mortals be needed there? Because they possess something future beings may not have: actual experience of the long struggle of finite evolution. Finaliters know what it means to ascend from imperfection to perfection. They carry the living memory of the Supreme's evolutionary age. So the Corps of Finality may one day help administer new universes that did not participate in the same evolutionary struggle. That is why human life matters so deeply in this revelation. Our struggles are not wasted. Our choices are not small. The experience of mortal life may become part of a future ministry to universes not yet inhabited. Paper 31 ends with one of the most uplifting summaries of mortal destiny. Evolutionary mortals are born on the planets of space, pass through the morontia worlds, ascend the spirit universes, traverse Havona, find God, attain paradise, and are mustered into the primary Corps of Finality to await the next assignment of universe service. And then the author exclaims, "What a glorious destiny for the animal origin children of time, the material sons of space." That is the Corps of Finality, not a choir of idle saints, not a static heaven, not merely an ending. It is the beginning of eternal, intelligent, loyal universe service. It is the destiny of those who have found God, become perfected through experience, and are trusted with the future work of creation. In the Urantia vision, the human soul is not destined merely to escape the world. It is destined to grow, ascend, find the Father, and someday stand among the Finalitors, the tried and true souls of time and space, prepared for the next great adventure of the universes.